if you've made it this far and done all these different sections that we've been talking about, I guarantee you your profile is already light years ahead of most of the people that I experience in the defense community. So now it comes the time to try to add people to your network. There's a couple of ways that LinkedIn will try to get you to do this, and you'll have to decide whether you're comfortable. So click on my network, and you'll see, of course, you have nobody in your network. So one of the things they do is ask you to import your contacts. They would go into your email. I'm using Outlook.com for the sake of this example. They would go into my Outlook account, extract out all my contacts and see if any of them are on LinkedIn, and then show them to you and ask if you want to do that. That's up to you whether you feel comfortable having them with that amount of access. I personally wasn't comfortable doing that, so I do it an old-fashioned way. Try to think of people that you know. Start with the low-hanging fruit, meaning people you remember, people from recent jobs, and go from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use myself, my other LinkedIn profile, as an example. So I would type in a person's name, and you'll probably find that there are a lot of people that come up with similar names. So their picture helps, or if they've used some information about themselves. So I find myself here. So it'll take me there, and I go, oh, yes, okay, this is the guy I'm thinking of. So I'll click Connect. And I highly recommend that you do this. Add a note to it. I enjoyed working with you. On the QA project at KBR in Kuwait. Then you can put something I'd like to connect. And endorse you if you want. Something along those lines. Just something, especially if you have some personal connection with them, something that'll make you memorable to them. And then you just send. Now, if you were to go back to your profile, you would see a list of all the people that you've reached out to. And this is useful because it helps you keep track of who's actually responded to you and those that are still out there, and also so you don't kind of get confused and try to connect with them again. This can be a tedious process in the beginning, but as you do this, as you make more and more connections, LinkedIn will start suggesting people from their contacts. So if you've worked with somebody in a specific company and he's got connections there, then those people will show up as possible suggestions for you. And it doesn't take long for you to amass a lot of people. But the main thing that you want to keep in mind is to do this with purpose. You'll see people that will connect with everybody from their church to their school to some social club, and that's all fine. But all those people and their activities are going to clog up your news feed. So if you're trying to do this to really find a job, to really move forward, you want to try to keep this focused if you can. Choose people that have been in a position to say, know, like, and trust you. That way they might be more willing to make recommendations and to give you endorsements, and just the whole thing will work together to get you to where you're trying to go.